Okay, guys, welcome back, and we have a scintillating match lined up right now. Um, I've got a new commentator in the building as well. She's let me see, a financial data analyst, also one of the DDG, our sponsors, one of the DDG supermodels. She does some modeling for DDG once in a while. We've got Megan with us, the new commentator, and we've got a big matchup with Grandmaster Kenny Solomon versus International Master Henry Steele. Welcome, Kenny, once again, and Henry.
Thank you for having us. It's good to be back.
Okay, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It's of course not normal chess. We've got the PC30. So PC30, and of course we're gonna see how we're gonna handle the Dragon Bishops. Both of you guys had an interesting game this morning, and it's round 2 for the both of you. So let's switch over to. Okay, in fact, just before we switch over, any comments from you guys? How does it feel to face each other again after maybe a long time? When last did you guys play each other?
I think 2014, isn't it? Normal chess or the board officially.
Yeah. Sure, 2014 sounds like ages ago. That's like 7 years ago almost. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a very long time.
Okay. So yeah, I think the guys are focused, Megan. Let's I think these guys are already thinking about their Dragon Bishops. Let's switch over to the chessboard. Hopefully, yeah, we've got everything going here as well. So 15 minutes aside again, guys. 15 minutes aside with a 15-second increment. Kenny's got the white pieces. So players, just remember to let your opponent complete the move before taking over the mouse. And yeah, make sure also to mute your computer when you start the game. So Kenny, whenever you are ready, you can make your move. Good luck, guys.
Okay. Thank you. We just mute here. This is mute button.
And you can also try to mute yourself on Zoom, because otherwise we're gonna hear your background. Okay, anybody live in the chat with us, guys? Give us a shout in the chat box just to see that we are going. Megan, do you see the chessboard and everything that?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so we are live actually. Okay, so here we go. When last did you play a PC30 game, Megan?
Who, me?
Yes, you're the only Megan in the studio right now.
Yeah, I actually played last week with the former female champion of the Paradigm 30, Lauren. I played with her here at home. I lost miserably, I don't play it too often to actually know what to do. So, but yeah, I actually played last week. It's actually a nice feel for the game.
Okay, cool. That sounds nice. I mean, I think Lauren is the current, not even former. She's the current Four Queens champion.
Oh, currently, okay.
So yes, and no, I mean that's not too long ago at least. And the nice thing about the game, guys, is you can play at any time of the or anywhere if you have a normal chess set. You don't need anything special.
Yeah.
So yeah, and is this Henry thinking? Henry's contemplating on the first move. Finally, knight f6 gets played. The position looks closer to a normal chess position, right? Only the knight on c1 and the bishop on b3, the dragon bishop on b3 is different to a normal one.
Yeah, very similar to the classical chess position.
Okay, pawn to c3, rock solid. Kenny's maybe trying. Okay, he's opening up his dragon bishop on b1. How would you continue? Pawn to d5? Are you with us on the board?
I am currently only viewing d4.
Ooh, okay.
But I know you said knight f6 and c3.
d4, knight f6 and c3. I'm wondering, are we... Yeah, I think that maybe you're either experiencing lag. Is there anybody in the chat that can let us know if you also see the other moves? d4, knight f6 and c3 was played. Just give us a moment. Otherwise, if you're experiencing a bit of lag, then you might have to get another way for you to see the game. Is there lag?
I got knight f6 on the board now.
So I want to know from the viewers, can you see the rest of the moves? d6 has just been played. So I think, Megan, maybe you're experiencing some lag over there. You might have to join me in the studio here in order to see the position. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult for you to really give commentary like this. Any updates on your position? Nothing?
Yeah, I got c3 now.
Aha, swoosh, you super delayed. So what do you suggest? You can join me in the studio here if you want to.
Okay.
Okay, so then I will just stretch out this one. You can come around this side and I'll do some changes here.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I actually didn't want Megan to leave Zoom. Now I have to do a bit more changes, guys, but it's okay. Let's see. We're gonna get Megan right here with us, guys. Just give me a second. So you guys actually saw me do some ballet over there. Okay, so we kind of back. Let me just adjust a few things, but got Megan right here. And what was the last move? Knight to b3. Let's just get us in properly. Okay. Okay, so now you can see the position.
Yeah, I was actually very delayed. I missed out on a lot of moves.
Okay, so we're back on track here. The center is quite solid for white. Knight to b3 is played. Henry's got the black pieces here. What is Henry playing? Is he going to castle? Or does he keep it flexible?
I like the positions where, you know, the starting positions are similar to the classical chess. It just makes you feel more at home, you know?
Yes, yes, indeed. I also feel more comfortable with that. I mean, it's closer to home. So, yeah, Henry does castle and it seems like a normal King's Indian type of setup that he's playing. And white is playing some setup. Maybe you're familiar with it. Some, what do you call it? Some solid, I don't know if it's collie or something. Usually in the collie you play e3, but...
Yeah, and the c3 pawn, yeah. Very solid, yeah.
Yes, so Kenny develops Dragon e2.
So there were only 2 games played so far against Kenny and Gluckman.
Yes, the last one was Gluckman versus Kenny, and the first round was who had the white pieces? Henry had the white pieces against Ben Hercules. So a tough game there. Henry won that one, and Kenny got out of trouble here against Gluckman to win. So both of these guys are on 1 out of 1. So maybe a crucial one to decide who's going to be the winner of this group. Henry using a lot more time because it's a bit more difficult to play with the black pieces. C6. Are we going to see castling? Maybe dragon to D3?
Yeah, maybe castling, yeah.
Castling. I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to mute the players myself. Yeah, there we go. Right. Okay, dragon to D2 instead, keeping it flexible. Mapungube says that C8 knight makes this difficult. Yeah. So, and then he plays E5. Maybe the knight can go to B6 or E7. And yeah, Kenny and Henry saying that they haven't played each other since 2014. That's such a long time ago. Would be nice to see these guys battle it out again, even in chess.
Yeah.
So who are you preferring here, Megan? White or black?
It's very early in the game to still decide. Yeah, I think it's very early to tell. What about you?
Well, white has completed its development, so I'm gonna go ahead and say white, because black still needs to get the dragon bishop out and the knight on c8. But probably not. Okay, I'm beginning to like white here, because after pawn takes pawn, maybe as an e5 break potentially. Is Kenny gonna play pawn takes pawn? I'm liking white here. Knight takes d4, okay.
So, would you have played pawn takes pawn or knight takes pawn?
Pawn takes pawn was on my mind, so I can go e5.
Yeah, I was also thinking that.
But okay, if you push e5 and pawn takes pawn, that pawn could become a target, so.
I see.
Rook to e8. Kenny plays a lot more solid here. Are we going to see pawn to f3 perhaps? Yep, pawn to f3 on the board. Kenny playing relatively fast here. And Henry breaks immediately with d5, opening up the b8 dragon bishop. And there's some type of a pin. So white doesn't want to take on d5 because rook takes dragon bishop would be cool.
Oh, I actually forgot about the dragon bishop being more value than the rook. I didn't see that.
Yes, so that could be something. Henry would snatch that dragon bishop, I'm sure. So Kenny's center is starting to feel the pressure now. I think that Henry might actually just have taken over the advantage here. And Henry, of course, an experienced campaigner. He knows all about the tactics that goes along with the dragon bishops. He's of course the Paradigm Kings champion. So Kenny feeling the pressure immediately. So yeah, by the way, guys, I've mentioned a bit earlier on, Drop Dead Gorgeous is our official sponsor, and yeah, without them we couldn't have been able to have this tournament. Megan, can you tell us a bit more about Drop Dead Gorgeous? What is it, and how can we contact them?
So basically, it's like the business my mother started. She's a pain relief therapist, a beautician, like all in one. You can get in contact with her via Instagram page, Drop Dead Gorgeous, or you can just simply call her. I think is the information.
We've got it on the in between ad when we
on the in between. Then
yes.
Yeah, her information is there to contact.
Yes.
So if you feel a bit stiff after a chess game, just drop her a message and then she can pain relief you.
Yes, I know chess games usually or can also make a person feel a bit more ugly afterwards, especially if you played a bad game. So yeah, definitely worth looking at, guys. So we will drop the information again during the breaks. Anyways, looking at the position here, Mapungubwe says that black looks good now. Yes, so Mapungubwe is agreeing with me. And Kenny's taking his time now. He's trying to figure out how to continue. Maybe he should just cut his losses now and look for other type of play. Queen c2. So black can now take pawn takes, and knight takes e4. And say, are you going to give up your dragon bishop for the knight and rook? It's possible. I think that might be a good, maybe a fair trade. Knight and rook for dragon bishop.
Would you do that trade?
I am thinking that it might not be worth it for black to give up those 2 pieces for the dragon bishop. Might not be worth it. I'm not sure. I guess we need to look at what's going to happen immediately afterwards. Who's got the initiative? It might be a fair trade because black's still going to win a pawn. So 1 pawn plus a knight plus a rook. That's 9 points. And we've been saying that the dragon bishop is not worth a queen. So that's too much points. I'm thinking we're giving away. In fact, no. Black is the one that wins the pawn. So a dragon bishop and a pawn. I still think it's not maybe worth it, but possible.
But I think in this position, I would still play pawn takes pawn as black.
Pawn takes pawn, and then white plays pawn takes pawn. Are you grabbing? You could also continue developing because the e4 pawn is also weak. So something to consider here, Henry. Going into the tank.
And the time control is 15.
15 plus 15, yes. So it's just enough time not to play blitz and just not enough time to feel the pressure as well. So it's interesting time control.
So Calvin, when are we gonna see you play in the tournaments?
Well, I played in the first demo run, or not demo run, the first over the board one. And I did okay-ish. I think I ended up like 1st out of 8 people. So, but you know, someone has to do the streaming, so I'll do that for now. These guys are building up the experience. By the time I start playing, I'll probably be a full-blown patsa. So, anyways, maybe one day in the near future. Knight to d6. Henry decides not to take. I'm thinking maybe he also thought that maybe it's too much pieces to give up for the dragon bishop. Knight d6 says, okay, I'm applying more pressure on the pawn. And if you take on d5, I still want to take your dragon bishop on e2.
Oh, the pin is still there.
So welcome, Scariest Name. That's, of course, our earlier commentator, Vero. And he says that's that Henry shoulder again. Yeah, we talked about that shoulder. Henry just giving a, what's her name there to Kenny. So I'm sure Scariest Name is chuckling over there. You're welcome. So what is worse than a cold shoulder, Megan? A steel shoulder.
Oh, is that the shoulder joke?
That's no. We spoke earlier about the Henry shouldering off or something like that.
A steel shoulder.
So now I was actually thinking about that song. Tell me what's colder
than a cold shoulder.
Yes.
From Lockenville.
Yes, and then I thought of this other thing. But anyways, where is Mulky Shake Shake? Is Mulky Shake still with us? And both of these guys intensely calculating right now.
So white's e-pawn is under attack, right?
Yes.
But you can't even take because of the pin. So it's a tricky situation. How do you...
Yeah, I think white is in trouble.
Yeah, you have 2 of the black knights attacking, but then 2 of the dragon bishops defending.
Only one.
Oh, I was thinking of bishop, dragon bishop d3.
Ah, okay.
But then, I don't know.
But the problem is, even if you sack one dragon bishop, you're gonna have to give up the other one as well.
Yeah.
So that's the problem, and I don't think that would be. If you could give up one dragon bishop for 2 knights, we've seen it before. That's not maybe a bad idea. 2 would be too much. Is knight c5 a possibility? Defending e4 for maybe a split second, but b6 might just cut that out completely. So I think white should cut his losses here and maybe think of other activities he could start. Not sure what though. Rook e1. Aha, and Kenny goes for rook e1, just activating his last piece. Makes sense. Sometimes in chess you need to just cut your losses and continue improving and searching for new things to do. So pawn takes pawn is probably going to be played, but at least the nice thing for white is the files are going to open up. F file and the E file. Ah, Milky Shake is still over there. Pawn takes e4. What to do? We just leave it. Probably we need. Oh, but if you leave it, then pawn to e3 is possible. Okay, so
yeah, I think you have to take it.
Pawn takes pawn, knight takes e4, and then the dragon needs to run away again on d2. These dragon bishops need to be sheltered here.
I don't know, I'm looking, but you also don't want to expose your bishops too much. But I was looking at after pawn takes pawn, knight takes, and then maybe your dragon bishop on d2 to c4, or just, you know, eyeing that f7 pawn because the f file will be opened.
Yeah, if white of course takes with the, if black takes with a d knight, but if it takes with the f knight, it's not possible yet. But yeah, we should be thinking in those lines, how to attack. I think you're on the right track. Kenny should be thinking about counterplay here. Kenny is definitely contemplating how to counter. ML says he prefers the rook on d1 instead. Ah, that could have been an idea as well. Just X-raying the queen on d8 perhaps. Interesting idea over there. Maybe that would have been more useful to just keep things unbalanced. You know, just see who fights for the open E file. And Milky Shake is stirring the pot here. She's asking, Megan, why don't you play chess anymore?
No, I do play now and then, but you know, with working and then this COVID thing as well, you know, it's just there's not enough time and all of those things. But I will be playing. I'll be getting back into the game soon.
Yeah, no, that's good to hear. I mean, as a former zonal champion, you owe it to the zone.
And I still have to claim my title. You know, I'm still WIM Elite, so I still have to up my rating to claim the title. So I will be making a comeback one day.
Okay, she's got that IM Elite title in the pocket, guys. So watch out. Watch out. Knight takes e4 played eventually. Ooh, so maybe your idea can be played now. Dragon to c4 is possible. Maybe that's possible. Dragon to f4 instead. Kenny opting for the strategy that he mentioned earlier. Maybe trying to swap off some dragon bishops, make life easier for him. There's only one single pawn down and all of his pieces are in the game, so not necessarily just bad for white. It could be still a long fight.
But I mean, maybe Dragon Bishop won't be a bad idea to take because isn't maybe White's Dragon Bishop more active? So it wouldn't be a bad idea to exchange.
Seems like, I guess Henry's just deciding should he take or should he wait for his opponent to take. But taking makes sense, and then his rook and Ayed can also later join the game. So yeah, guys, there's a bit of construction going on. We're trying to revamp the CKC studio. Bit of construction going on in the background. If you hear a bit of noise, otherwise, back at the ranch, Henry's got 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Kenny's got just about 7 minutes. And what should Black be thinking? You know what? Sometimes in chess, there's something very irritating that can happen. It happened to me a lot. Sometimes you get the position you want to, you get everything you want to, and then afterwards, in this nice position, then you don't know what to do.
How to continue.
So Black's whole strategy was to win the pawn. He did that, and he surely should be slightly better. But now it's time to figure out what to do next. So Henry is maybe, and this is a nice sign, by the way. Sometimes when we win a pawn in chess or we get something, then we just continue on casually. This is maybe a crucial moment for Henry to decide which direction to go to, how to steer the ship, basically. So he's just deciding what is his strategy. After this, surely Henry will play the part.
I don't know, I think I would take the approach of just exchanging because I am a pawn up as Black, so that would be my strategy.
It takes, maybe Dragon takes f4. What are we gonna see now? Queen b6 maybe? Queen d7?
But shouldn't you protect that knight on e4 maybe because there's 2 pieces for a rook?
Oh my. Oh yeah, I just missed that. I'm not focused here on the knights. So how do we do this? And all of a sudden, I mean, all of White's pieces look active. The knight on b3 may be the least active, but he's threatening to go to c5 at some point. So Kenny's applying pressure. What to do? I don't know. I like White now. How do you stop this threat? Scariest name was suggesting dragon to h6. Forgot about that. Maybe you forgot that you can take with the dragon on f4. I'm not sure what you must be. Scariest name.
Can your knight go nowhere?
Knight can't it go to d6 maybe? But
oh yes, you can.
It doesn't want to really go there. And Henry now plays queen b6. So he says, okay, you can take my 2 knights for the rook. I'm gonna continue with my development. And this is a sign. Henry just doesn't want to let go and play backwards. He doesn't want to play passively. He's rather gonna try to continue developing. I don't see anything dangerous now. The rook takes, knight takes, queen takes.
No, so you can't the rook on e8.
Oh my.
Didn't see that.
Why did you do that to me? I'm calculating. Okay. Woo. Okay. It's been a long morning, guys. So, okay. So the knight is fine on e4. But it's up to Kenny now to come up with something. Maybe just king h1, unpinning the knight. That's my first reaction. But is that too slow? King h1, black can play rook a d8. Everybody's in the game. That f2 square could be weak sometimes. In fact, oh, the queen on c2 is covering f2 at least. But sometimes black can play knight f2 check.
Oh, I see.
Knight h5 is also an idea sometimes, chasing the dragon bishop. What should white be doing here? Yeah, in such tough situations, I wonder what Big Bad Brad would have offered as a solution here. He's also sometimes in the chat box. But I'm gonna nominate King H1.
Yeah, I think just to keep it simple, move out of the pin for now.
I don't see anything else here. Kenny's taking his time here. Pawn to a4. So he says, okay, he wants to play pawn to a5 and chase the queen. Is black gonna play a5 in response to that? Thank you to Herculean Mover. That's quite a strong mover right there, Herculean Mover. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the show. And we are looking here at below 5 minutes for both sides. It's Grandmaster Kenny Solomon versus International Master Mohammed Henry Steele. And black is a pawn up. Black black played a5 to stop that threat. King h1 finally played. And Henry being a pawn up. That early B just subscribe. I'm just trying to get this thing to the top here, guys. Okay, thanks to early B. Thanks so much. Yes, we finally opened up subscriptions, guys. So shout out to early B. Always an avid supporter of the channel, so thanks for the support, early B. Thanks so much for the subscription. And I think that's our first subscription, by the way, early B. So congrats and thank you so much. It came a bit late. I know I promised you a long time ago I'll open up subscriptions, but it's finally and the good news is I'm gonna start having some nice tournaments and days for the subscribers. Make sure you if you can subscribe, and then we're gonna try to do something fun on a weekly basis. Yes, you said that early B, so once again thanks for the support. Boom Shaka, can white try knight d2? Okay, so the rook on e2 is being attacked. So knight d2 straight away. Yes, knight d2 looks nice because you want to go knight c4, I'm assuming. That looks like a cool idea, but do you want to allow rook takes e2, or do you first take on e8? But definitely knight d2 with knight c4 looks like a cool idea.
Yeah, or maybe even double up on the e file.
Double up on the e file, yeah. White should just be slightly careful of his back rank. At some point, we might have to play h3 or something. So the dragon bishops are red, Megan. If you had to have created the game, would you have selected red or any other color?
When I see red, I think fire, and dragon breathes out fire. So I think the color red makes sense. It's kind of cool, and it matches your CKC logo as well.
Okay, that's the main perk of it.
Oh, the CKC logo.
But I get you. Yes, the red bishops just ooze some heat, so makes sense. Yeah, Boom Shaka said, before the Black Knight move. Yes, that was definitely an idea. I spotted that early on, so well spotted, by the way, Boom Shaka. So yeah, red is probably the most appropriate for these Dragon Bishops. If they weren't red, I was gonna think twice to air the ships. Just kidding. Some exchanges on c5. So Kenny's still a pawn down. I think he might be feeling a bit of pressure. There's still some Dragon Bishops on the board, so still some hopes of getting some crazy positions. These guys are playing tight compared to the 4 queens. The ladies were just mating each other and going crazy early on in the game. The guys are playing very tight, not allowing any huge mishaps. Kenny doubles up on the e-file. Exchange happens. Probably rook takes because queen takes, then the rook e8 could be a problem. Or maybe not. You can even give up your queen and then get in on the back rank. Goes queen takes, so rook e8 looks dangerous, looking at it again. Rook e8, you sack your queen, takes, rook takes, dragon f8, and then dragon h6. And I think that's just winning.
Oh, it's a nice idea.
Kenny's got hold of the e-file for now. Black's got the d-file, but the knight is blocking. What should black do? Activate his knight maybe? Knight d5? Do we play h6 first to just relieve the back rank? Knight h5? Knight d5 doesn't look too bad. Maybe we could play h6 threatening rook e8. I'm not sure. One thing's for sure, it's things are getting a bit more tense though. Both players are getting down to about 3 minutes. Pawn to h6, okay. So Henry is just securing some space for his king. Rook e8 surely is on his mind. Is white gonna do the same? Is he gonna relieve his back rank? Does he need to move his queen?
I think he should, make a hole for the king, so maybe like h3 or something. But then I'm also looking at maybe queen e7 eventually, trying to get onto that back rank there.
Yeah, queen e7 is something that you like to get into because you get the 7th rank. But what if queen e7 and rook e8 anyway? And white can take your queen and then rook takes e1 is mate. So the back rank should be watched out for. Just an example line there. So maybe h3 is necessary. Let's see. Scariest name says, can you call the female champion Khaleesi? Of course we can. I think I did mention it at the end of the 4 Queens Championship. So we're gonna get Khaleesi on soon, by the way, as well. She might be joining us in the chat. Not in the chat, for commentary later on in the tournament. Boom Shaka says, I know this might be crazy, but what about knight e6? Whoa! Knight e6, wow, that was an idea. I think Boom Shaka had something real going on there. Instead of the dragon c7, knight e6, attacks the queen, the rook, and the dragon bishop. If takes, then check. Dragon takes e6, check,
and the queen.
My word.
No, I think Milk Wu said that?
Oh, but Mapum Gubwe pointed out the dragon bishop on g7 will be covering e6. Nice idea, Boom Shaka, but Mapum Gubwe, also one of the participants in the tournament, is also getting used to these dragon bishops. So, but nice idea. So dragon c7 was played, rook c8, and then knight b3 hitting the queen. So some tactical play happening here. a5 pawn might be dropping. Kenny is back in it. Where does the black queen go? Queen d5. Note that the dragon bishop can't take the queen because the pawn on c6 is in the way. But Kenny has been chasing black now for a while now. I would have maybe taken the... But the rook e8 is still coming, yeah. Okay, rook e8 is still there. So dragon on c7 still stopping rook e8. I wanted to play dragon takes pawn and then bring the dragon bishop back.
Dragon takes a5.
a5, yes, and dragon c4. But okay, he's decided to chase the queen. And you know what, with this short time left, it's always about just trying to keep the initiative going. Try to get moves in with tempo. Dragon bishop is being attacked now though, so what to do? Dragon d6?
Wait, so if dragon does take a5, and then are we worried about rook e8?
Rook e8, yeah.
And if you move the rook out of the way?
The queen out of the way, for instance?
I mean the
maybe?
queen, yeah.
Yeah, that would actually be not bad, actually. But yeah, this is what I spotted. That your idea that you said, that was what I was thinking. But dragon d6 forks the queen and the rook. So Kenny is trying to go for powerful piece play. The queen needs to stay in the on the diagonal to defend the rook. So queen d7 maybe.
And
But
what about queen e7?
Queen e7, but doesn't it fall for rook e8 again?
Oh, the back rank for white.
Yeah. And Kenny might... thank you to Must BZK for following. Welcome to the show. We're looking here at the final last moments here, final couple of minutes between GM Solomon and I Am Steel. Might come back to haunt Kenny. That variation that you mentioned, Megan, the dragon takes a5 might have been a better choice, but it's so difficult to decide whether or not this initiative is going to go or not, work or not.
What about knight c5?
Knight c5, queen takes dragon, bishop.
Oh, never mind.
I was thinking it, the same thing, but okay, pawn to c5, but then you give away the d5 square again. So it looks like white has got nothing out of this. Seems like white has got nothing out of those. So maybe you should have grabbed an a5. And Kenny doesn't want to look back. So now he gives up the d5 square, but at least the dragon on d8 is still standing well for the moment. Mapunguve says queen to d7. Yeah, that's what he played early on. Scariest name says, can we call the male champion Goku? Wow. Not sure about that one. Oh, Dragon Ball Z. I guess we can. But I'm sure I can come up with something better than that scariest name. Or I'm sure you can at least. Rook to e8. Yep, but rook to e8. I guess we can give up the queen, but still it's not going to be enough. Rook to e8. Queen takes e8. Knight takes. Rook takes. King h7. Doesn't seem like much. White might have to just back down and play queen f1 or queen d1 or something. Yeah, I think Henry is looking solid here. a5 is hanging, but is white gonna have time for these luxuries? Okay, that's good. Scariest name. Queen f1, okay. Still not too easy. Okay, Kenny is down to 24 seconds. He's going to get his extra 15 seconds. Henry is just above 1 minute. Banji was suggesting queen e8, just giving up the queen for the knight and the rook. That seemed interesting, yes. But after king h7, what to do after that? Followed by bishop to f7. Not sure about that. Maybe reading it wrong. I'm not sure, Banji. After you take... Oh, rook e7 and then f7. Aha, okay, that makes sense. Maybe an idea, yes. Rooks get exchanged. Knight on b3 is hanging. Knight takes a5. Knight e4, things are getting messy here. We don't want to lose that dragon bishop. Where can it go? Dragon f4 maybe?
F4.
And that f2 square is also still a bit sensitive. Dragon c7 attacking the queen, protecting the knight, solid move. c5 is also hanging. The diagonal is opened up for the black's dragon bishop on g7. Mapungube says dragon to c4 was an idea. Backwards maneuver was maybe hitting the queen and keeping
F7.
an eye on f7. Yeah, that definitely seemed a bit more active over there. b7 is also hanging for black, so black doesn't just have all sunshine and roses in this position. Queen e7 dodging that, hitting the dragon bishop again. This is going down to the wire, guys. 33 seconds each.
So maybe dragon b6. Oh.
Dropping back. But wouldn't it be a... Oh, then it can still get to c4. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Yeah.
And you protect... you cannot even protecting the pawn.
Oh, kind of at least. Trying to. Whew. That dragon on g7 is just standing there, just talking, speak of the devil. Yeah, he finally comes out.
Oh, it's gonna do that knight f2 check thing.
Okay, here we go. Henry is finally switching over to the king attack. Attacking the king, knight f2 check is a big threat.
So maybe h3?
h3, yes. And then how to continue. 15 seconds for Kenny, 17 for Henry. Five seconds less for Kenny. Okay, he's gonna get an extra 15 seconds. The players need to watch their clock now. Knight f2 check. I'm assuming king h2. How to proceed? Queen e4. Queen e4 centralizing, yes. Attacking the dragon bishop. Things are getting very uncomfortable for white here. Kenny's got 20 seconds. Dragon takes h6 with check, okay. Mark says he preferred queen c5 instead. And king h7 and another check dragon. Kenny's using this dragon bishop. Check again, king back. Is he gonna go back, dragon h6?
Can you do perpetual in paradigm 30?
Yes.
Oh, so it is allowed.
Yes. And Kenny is gonna say, let's repeat. Maybe I thought maybe he's thinking about going dragon d6, attacking the queen and keeping the diagonal. Ooh. Kenny's looking for something else. He knows he's got the dragon to f8 check. Basically, okay, is Henry gonna go king h8 or king g8? If he goes king h8, I'm saying dragon to d6 back. Cover the diagonal and attack the queen. Both of these players feeling each other out. You make one small slip up, you might just assume that your opponent wants to draw, and then your opponent decides something else. That could be devastating on the psychology. So Mark says attacking knight f2 and queen a5. Yeah, that would make sense. Protecting the knight on f2 and also hitting the knight on a5 on the side. Queen c5 was an idea. Henry doesn't want to repeat. He goes king h8. Henry wants to fight. Kenny goes dragon bishop to d6 immediately. This is what we wanted to see, guys. This is maneuvering and attacking and time trouble. And queen h4 played. Knight g4 check is a threat. Mabunguwe said dragon takes c5. Ooh. And what happened? Queen e2?
Dragon takes queen.
No! Kenny just blundered, and you could see it in his face or in his
No.
reaction. Wow! That's a dragon slip over there. And I think they are going to... Is Kenny gonna continue? And I mean, this is what happens. I mean, Kenny doesn't have that much experience, but he played so well, and then eventually... guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just pause the clock here. I need to save the game as well. Wow, what a game. Megan, I'm going to ask you to think of a question, right? Because you can't hear them. But just think of a question to ask him. Oof, Kenny, you missed that dragons. I call it a dragon slip.
Yeah.
Missing the tactic.
Yeah.
just a blunder over there. But still tight. What was your feeling at the end, though? Can it go any way? Were you feeling like you were on the back?
No, I think black is better here because okay, he has initiative, so
yeah, initiative.
I'm not sure, so it's difficult to evaluate because it's not normal. You can't evaluate with chess standards, so you have to consider the dynamic factors.
It's
so
very
high
tempo.
The blitz mode, you tend to anyway.
Yeah, tough blunder there. It happens, yes. I think you've been just playing some nice chess there, Ken, or paradigm chess that is.
Yeah, but I think I had more difficulty after d5. I think black was better. Yeah.
After d5.
I don't know what is the value of a pawn really. If it's worth, because I thought, okay, I have to give up the pawn and e4. Otherwise, he gets a strong outpost for the knight, and you'll be much better. So I thought it's better to give up the pawn.
And just try to play
with the pieces.
Yes.
But okay, Henry played probably simplified position, just kept the position, and I think at some point you get close to normal chess.
Yes. That's the nice thing about this game. You still have a bit of a normal chess in there. Henry, what's your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I think I was much better out of the opening after, like Kenny said, after d5. I think like it's just so much pressure on the center, and there's no good way for white to do anything about it. I think what he did was the best. And then I thought for a very long time, I don't know, I think it was a mistake to think for that long there. One of the things I missed, for example, is when I took on f4, I missed that he can take back with the dragon instead of the rook.
Okay.
Which is just a silly mistake. And then I think he played pretty well. He was keeping in the game. I missed this, that he's sort of got this almost like perpetual with the dragon on h6.
That was a cool one over there.
Yeah. Actually, I think the position at the end, like once he gets the dragon on the once he gets the dragon, like on the diagonal on the h2 b8 diagonal, I think probably he's already gone through the worst. Maybe at some point I should think about taking a perpetual somewhere.
Okay.
Maybe, I'm not sure. It's hard to say.
Interesting stuff. Megan, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions, but it was a very nice game. I liked how black your pieces maneuvered nicely around the king here with your dragon and knight attacking the f2 space.
You feel like well with the dragon, there should be something, but I just couldn't find anything.
Wow, yeah, the guys, I haven't witnessed this in the last tournament. It was tight, but not this tight. All 3 games today thus far, very tight. You guys are playing nice games, nice positional games that are like just waiting to explode. So thanks so much for entertaining us. And yeah, I think we need to run. We need to get going with the next match. So well done, Henry, on the victory. It was a tight match, tough one. Kenny on that blunder, but I'm sure we're gonna see even better games on that side. Okay. So see you guys a bit later. Cheers.
Okay, cheers.